Okay, I'm going to show how to use Reason software to create some drum beats and some drones. What's nice about this software is its demo mode is completely functional and it's unlimited time. The way they control the demo mode is when you get your key, you can open projects that you've saved. And that's all the key allows you to do. But you don't really need to save projects to make use of it. And it doesn't take that long to set things up the way you want. Except as you get better at it, you get more and more complicated things that you want to do, and it takes longer and longer to set it up the way you want. But for just simple things like a drone and a beat, you can set it up in a couple minutes. So I'll show you where you can get the software. And the software is a pretty large piece of software. So you go to propellerheads.se/download, and you basically download it from here. You can get Reason Demo for Windows or Reason Demo for Mac. It's basically the same software you get when you buy it. You just download that. You can see how big it is. It's 3.31 gigabytes. It takes a while to download. I'm not going to go through how to install it. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. But this is just a teaser to see what you can do, and it's free. I don't know how they'll continue to use this model. A lot of other music software uses this similar model of just basically you can't open your saved projects. So I'm going to start mine up in demo mode. So this is exactly what anybody can get. Just click demo mode instead of typing in my password. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a drum machine. And you basically go to Create, Instruments, Redrum Computer. And basically there's a whole bank of drums. I'm going to set up a couple here. So let's just turn the drum machine on. You can see it's sequencing across here, but there's no beat set. So you can kind of think of this as 4/4 measures if you want. So let's just set a beat on the 1 and the 3 of each measure. And that's a little fast because it's treating these as 16th notes. So let's change it to 8th notes. I don't know what the 8th is. Let's go a little slower. So those are 8th notes. So you can kind of think of it as 2 measures. And we're doing it on the 1, the 2, the 4, etc. So now let's add another sort of 1 beat every other measure, just to make it more interesting and just show you what you can do. So I'm going to select another bank here, and so now you can see it cleared out these buttons, and now I'm just going to set it on the 1 of each half measure. So again, if you want, I'm not going to go through it because I can't find anything. But a lot of these are contemporary pop type instruments. You can buy more, standard classical instruments, etc. in there. But I haven't gone through all the drums, so you can tune things the way you want it to sound. But you can go in here and you can pick other types of drums or rhythm instruments. So let's just stop the drum for a minute. So now we can set up the drones. And to set up the drones, I'm going to add an organ. So I go to Create, and I'm going to say Create Instrument. And I'll browse here for an organ. I really like the church organ. So I'm just going to pick that. And now I have a church organ track set up. And I have a MIDI keyboard set up, but you don't need the MIDI keyboard. But I can just hit keys, and I have an organ. But what we can do is, what's nice about it is the software also gives you a virtual keyboard in the software, and we need access to that keyboard so we can kick off the drones. So go to Window, Show On-Screen Piano Keys, and there's our keyboard. And what's a cool feature about it is they have a sustain pedal, which is this little hold checkbox. If you hit the checkbox and you hit a key, it stays down. So you can just use a single key drone, or if you want to play a chord. So let's play a 1-3-5. That's a C major chord. And let's turn the drum machine back on. And now you've got something a little bit more fun to play along with than a little tick-tock metronome. So this is just the tip of the iceberg of what the software does. But I thought some folks might like it, and it's not won't cost you a dime. You do need a fairly beefy PC to run it. I'm running this on a 1-year-old laptop, sort of a high-end laptop. But you could actually run it on a less of a machine, but not too much less. For using it the way I do, I actually max out my PC sometimes when I'm using it, saying it's not keeping up. But for doing something like this, which is really simple for the tool, it doesn't need too much CPU power. So that's it. Hope this helps somebody.